What's going on, Dodgers Nation? Doug McCain here. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMac_LA. If you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe to the Dodgers Nation YouTube channel. For all latest Dodgers news, rumors, hype videos, podcasts, interviews, you're going to find it right here. It's the fastest growing Dodgers YouTube channel in the game, so be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button, hit that like button, and give me all your takes down below in the comments section. I want all your takes on today's topic right down below in the comments section. And for all latest Dodgers news, head over to DodgersNation.com. Okay, so we've got some developments in Trevor Bauer's free agency, and I think Trevor Bauer heading to the Dodgers, like his YouTube channel, is gaining momentum. Today, MLB insider Jeff Passan appeared on Buster Only's podcast, and he said the Dodgers are still the favorites to sign Bauer if he's willing to sign a short-term, high AAV deal, and that the Dodgers are just sitting there lurking, waiting to make a Bauer move.
The Dodgers, Buster, are just lurking. They're just lurking. You know, you talk about the last one at the bar at 2 a.m. The Dodgers are just sitting there nursing their beer very quietly, you know, no fuss, no muss. They got this big ring on their finger right now, and they know that Trevor Bauer is a competitor. They know that Trevor Bauer, for all the things that he does, you know, for all of the brand building that is important to him and social media that excites him and making up pitches and all those things, he's still a competitor and he wants to win a World Series ring. And there's no better place right now to do it than with the Dodgers.
And then there were two key developments tonight that could impact Trevor Bauer's decision. First, Maria Torres from the LA Times reported that the LA Angels are out on Trevor Bauer, that they will not try to sign Trevor Bauer. And a lot of people said he would end up in Anaheim. They need pitching. You have prime Mike Trout. You got to get him some arms over there. Well, they are not going to be signing Trevor Bauer. And then tonight, the New York Mets, they traded Steven Matz to the Toronto Blue Jays. So one, that means the Toronto Blue Jays are likely out of the Trevor Bauer sweepstakes. They've made some big moves with George Springer, with Marcus Semien, lots of moves up there in Toronto. And really just ask yourself, do you ever really think Trevor Bauer would be signing with the Toronto Blue Jays? He's trying to blow up his brand with his YouTube channel and his social media presence. Will the Toronto Blue Jays do that for him like the New York Mets or the Los Angeles Dodgers? The answer is no. If you want to maximize that brand, you head to the biggest media markets, New York or Los Angeles. Two perfect fits for Trevor Bauer as far as what he's trying to accomplish off the field. But remember, during this offseason, Mets president Sandy Alderson, he called the $210 million luxury tax threshold a significant demarcation. And if they were to sign Trevor Bauer, that would send them over that luxury tax threshold. And is that what they're trying to do this year in New York? Now, of course, they could dump some salary elsewhere. Now, with the Matz trade to the Blue Jays, the Mets will save $5.2 million, but they're also looking to upgrade in center field. They've been looking at Jackie Bradley Jr. They've been considering signing Colton Wong. So we'll see. Are they going to invest that much money in Trevor Bauer? Well, it turns out that they did make a contract offer to Trevor Bauer.
We reported yesterday that the Mets had made an offer to Bauer. That's significant because that's the first known team that's made an offer to Trevor Bauer. Well, we can add to that a little bit of context and information here tonight, is that my understanding is that that offer is for 4 years or less, is at that lower than $36 million value, and does contain opt-outs.
So there you heard it, 4 years or less, and it doesn't pass that $36 million mark. Now, I think that he definitely wants to best his college teammate, Garrett Cole. They did not have a great relationship in their time in Westwood. Trevor Bauer said that Garrett Cole told him that he had no future in baseball. He criticized his work ethic. So basically, they were the Barry Bonds and Jeff Kent of the UCLA Bruins that year. So I do think that Trevor Bauer would love to set that AAV record, and will he be able to do it with the New York Mets? Well, based on what's being reported, that wouldn't be the case. So I do think the best offer right now for Trevor Bauer would be to sign a 2-year deal with the Los Angeles Dodgers, sign a 2-year $75 to $80 million contract with an opt-out. Then you set that AAV record, and then you can prove yourself in that year. And if he replicates the season he had in 2020, where he had that 1.73 ERA, a 12.3 strikeouts per 9, he pitches well in the postseason, he could re-enter that market, and it would be a much healthier market a year removed from that pandemic-shortened season. Hopefully baseball will be in better shape, and then he can sign that $200+ million deal. But I think right now the move that makes the most sense for Trevor Bauer is a short-term, high AAV deal with the Los Angeles Dodgers, because also you'll have an opportunity to pitch deep into the postseason. You saw what Garrett Cole's done the past few postseasons. You saw what Steven Strasburg did in 2019. If you pitch well in October, you will get that bag in a major way. So with the Dodgers, you're pretty much guaranteed a deep postseason run. And if you're the Dodgers and you can add another dominant starter, one, it protects you if David Price doesn't come back healthy. It protects you if Dustin May and Tony Gonsolin and Julio Urias, one of these young pitchers, doesn't take that leap. It also allows you to send one of them into the bullpen, and all three of them have shown they can pitch well out of the pen. Last year, Julio Urias, 13 1/3 out of that Dodgers bullpen in the postseason, 0 earned runs. You'd be in effect, by adding Trevor Bauer, bolstering that bullpen as well. We know that bullpen could use some more firepower. And then there's Clayton Kershaw. So for me, Clayton Kershaw, he doesn't have to pitch another inning to be a legend. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer. He has his ring. Everything else is icing on the cake at this point. But if you're able to add another workhorse inning-eating starter like Trevor Bauer, maybe you don't need 175+ innings from Clayton Kershaw. Then you can keep him fresh for the postseason. So the more you think about it, the more it makes sense for the Dodgers and Trevor Bauer. And I'm going to upgrade this rumor to 3 Dodger dogs. I do think there's serious smoke here between the Dodgers and Trevor Bauer, because the Dodgers are about value, and Trevor Bauer on a short-term contract provides just that. You're getting him at the peak of his powers, in his absolute prime. And yes, if you want to make the case against Trevor Bauer and say that it was a pandemic-shortened season, he pitched just 73 innings, he beat up on the worst hitting division in baseball, the NL Central. Can also point out he's made 1 All-Star team in 9 years. He has a 2.94 postseason ERA, but the fact is, it's a short-term deal that they can afford, and it would greatly improve their chances of going back and winning the World Series. So at this point, do not be shocked if the Dodgers make a Bauer move. Joc Pederson, Mr. Joctober. We've known for quite some time that he wouldn't be re-signing with the Dodgers this offseason, but he could be staying in the NL West, because today's Susan Slusser of the San Francisco Chronicle reported that the Giants are in talks with the free agent left-handed hitter. Now, San Francisco is also interested in Jackie Bradley Jr. and Eddie Rosario, but Joc could be headed to the Bay. He's from Palo Alto, California. You have the Farhan Zaidi connection. And like I said, there was really no scenario where Joc Pederson would be returning to the Dodgers next year. Last year, he lost his arbitration case, was set to make $7.75 million. That was prorated due to the pandemic-shortened season, and then they tried to trade him to the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, of Earth, of the universe, or whatever they want to call themselves these days. So you have to believe they weren't on great terms, and if you're Joc Pederson, you would have liked to enter free agency coming off a better season, and last season, he struggled throughout. He posted an 88 WRC+, he slashed 190, 285, 397. His numbers were down last season, but usually you can count on him to have more success against righties. For his career, he has an 849 OPS against righties. Last season, he posted a 677. He actually fared well in very limited opportunities against lefties last season, but he did come through in the postseason. Joctober is real. He goes 13 for 34, ends up slashing 382, 432, 559 with a 991 OPS in the postseason. He had a big home run, the NLCS against the Braves, had a bomb in that 11-run first inning in Game 3, and then he hit a home run in Game 5 of the World Series where he returned the favor on Tyler Glasnow. He reminded everyone that they don't want that smoke.
They don't want that smoke!
Well, apparently the San Francisco Giants do want that smoke. The only question is it a good move for Joc Pederson and the San Francisco Giants? Well, if you're Joc Pederson, you want a job. You want to get paid, and if they'll give you a contract 2 years between $13 and $16 million, I think that's a good payday for Joc Pederson, but you will be playing in Oracle Park, and yes, it is a great place to watch a baseball game, but it is not a hitter's park by any stretch. Will you see some hits die out in that outfield? And for at least the next few seasons, you won't be playing in Joctober. You won't be making these these deep postseason runs when you're at your best. So if you're Joc Pederson, do you want to join the San Francisco Giants? I don't think he's in a position where he can really be too picky. I think he's going to take the best offer. Joc Pederson is what he is. He's a very streaky hitter against right-handed pitching, and when he gets hot, he gets red hot. He can go on a tear for weeks at a time. He gets hotter than the devil's armpit, but if you're looking for power against right-handed pitching, Joc Pederson can provide that. He has a 128 WRC plus against righties and a 59 WRC plus against lefties. But if I'm the Giants, I'm saying, hey, he's still young. He's just 28 years old. Maybe if we bring him in here to San Francisco, where you don't have those World Series expectations, he can grow into a more everyday player, a more consistent hitter against lefties. That would be the dream if you're the Giants and Joc Pederson. Now, the only regret I have for Joc Pederson is that he didn't win the World Series MVP in 2017. He had 3 home runs, 2 doubles, OPS 1344, slugged over 900. He went off against Houston. He really should have won the World Series MVP, either him or Kershaw, depending on how that Game 5 finished. Look, he grew up loving Barry Bonds, so it might be hit the road, Joc, and he'll be going up to San Francisco. But let me know down below in the comments. Do you think it's becoming more likely that Trevor Bauer will end up with the Los Angeles Dodgers? Give me a Y for yes, give me an N for no, and then where does Trevor Bauer end up? Will it be with the Mets or the Dodgers? Give me an LA for the Dodgers and an NY for the Mets, and then also give me your contract offer down below in the comment section. And then also, should Joc Pederson sign with the San Francisco Giants? Let me know down below in the comment section. And if you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe to the Dodgers Nation YouTube channel. It's the fastest growing Dodgers YouTube channel in the game, so be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, hit that like button, and most importantly, give me your takes down below in the comment section. My name is Doug McCain. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMac_LA. That's at DMac_LA. For the latest Dodgers news, head over to DodgersNation.com. And until next time, think blue, bleed blue, and I'm out.